Hello students, my name is Arvind Rai from LPM Public School, which is situated in Gola Bazar, and I am your subject teacher of Social Studies, and this video is helpful for class 3rd students. Hope you all are fine at your homes, maintaining precautions regarding COVID-19, and I wish that you all be safe, be healthy at your homes with your family. Now, come to the topic. In previous video, we have discussed about our third chapter, India, our country, and we have discussed the topic which was government. We have discussed what is a government, okay, and what are the forms of government or the levels of government in our Indian constitution. What are the parts? For example, on the level of central government, on the level of state government, and on the level of local government. So we have discussed that who are the state head, who are the central head, or who are the local heads who governs the people, or they look at the needs of the people of that area. Now in today's video we are going to discuss about our states and union territories. So we'll discuss about what is a state, what is a union territory, and how many states and union territories we have in our country. After that we are going to discuss diversity. What is diversity called? What does it means? And how we should respect our country on the basis of diversity. Now come to the point, union territories. Okay, union territories. What we learned about this topic, that what is a union territory? Union territory are areas that are ruled directly by the central government. Union territories, they are the area that are ruled directly by the central government. Got it? You can write these points or definition in your notebook. That what is a union territory? Union territories are the area that are ruled directly by the central government. Okay? It is just equivalent as the states of the country, but union territories are not being governed by the state heads. They don't have state heads. They are directly governed by the central government. Okay? Now come to the point, states. In India, we have 28 states. India is divided into sub-parts, and we have 28 parts on the basis of physical boundaries. Okay? So we have 28 states, and we have state heads, and the state heads are being elected by the people of that particular state. So we have different governing bodies, or we can say we have different state heads in every state, in every part of the country, to be governed in a very proper way. That is why our India is being divided into 28 parts, by which central government can help each and every part or each and every state to govern it very betterly. Now when we talk about, as we said, that union territories are the area that are ruled directly by the central government. Okay? But in states, we have, in states which have their own elected governments, they have their own elected governments. Okay? In states we have their own elected governments. Now, on the basis of area, when we talk about states in our country, look at the third point. Goa is the smallest state among 28 states. When we talk about on the basis of area which is covered by a state in country, then Goa is the smallest state in our India. Now come to the fourth point. Rajasthan is the largest state. Rajasthan is the largest state among 28 states in our country on the basis of area being covered by a particular state. On the basis of area, Rajasthan is the largest state. Okay? Now after this, we are going to discuss some facts regarding diversity in our country. Now students, before we are going to discuss about diversity in our country, we are going to discuss a point which is mentioned in your book, that higher thinking skills, or we can say higher learning skill. Under this topic, we have one question, that why we have states, why do we have state capitals in our country when we have a central capital in the form of New Delhi? Okay, we have a capital for India, then why do we need capitals for state? So this is a higher thinking skill which you are going to discuss in your homes with your parents. Okay, you are going to find this and you are going to comment in this video that why states require a capital when we have a central capital in our country in the form of New Delhi. Okay, now on the basis of your chapter, which is, we have some questions, a quick check on page number 20, that name the 3 levels of government in India. How many states and union territories are there in India? We have discussed these topics, that what we are going to study, name the 3 levels of the government. I have just revised in this video also, and in the previous video also we have discussed what are the 3 levels of the government in India. Okay, you are going to answer this by yourself, or you can write it in your notebook. And secondly, how many states and how many union territories we have in our country. Okay, so as we all know, we have 28 states and 8 union territories in our country. Okay, now we are going to discuss some facts regarding diversity. Students, what is diversity? When we talk about India, or when we talk about India as a country, with a very diverse features. As we all know, in India, when we talk about physical features, so on the basis of physical features, we have very much diversity in our country. In northern side, we have Himalayan mountain range. Okay, in Himalayan in south part of the Himalayan range, we have northern plains. Okay, when we talk about southern part of the country, we have Deccan Plateau, part of a range of plateaus we have. So in southern part, we have plateaus as well as coastal plains. Okay, in east and west part, we also have, in west part we have desert, the biggest desert of India, that is Thar desert. Okay, and in east side we have Bay of Bengal as well as some coastlines as well as coasts in east side. So on the basis of physical features, we have a very much diversity, and if we have physical features in so much diverse condition, then also we have different types of people in our country, different types of traditions they follow in each part of the country or each part of the state. Different parts have their own type of foods which they eat. Different states have their religion or culture. They perform different types of clothing manner they wear. Okay, so, and one more thing, different types of languages are being spoken in our country, but then also we respect our country as one, as united. Okay, we perform the national song as one, national anthem as one, and we follow our national flag and we respect our national flag on being so much diverse in every aspects of our life. So we should respect our diversity, we should respect our country, and we should follow and respect each and every part of the country. Hope students, this video was very much helpful for you. I must want you to go through the topics thoroughly, keep revising the topics, and we are going to discuss the summary of the chapter and the exercises as well in the PDF form. I will provide you the exercises in PDF form, and I am going to summarize the topic or this chapter in the next video. Till then, be safe, be healthy, and thanks for watching this video and be supportive. Thank you so much.